about how you go from hello to yes on what you're looking for.
Sean is a master. He teaches. It's not just about sharing the formula with you. It's about making sure that we learn.
I went from $100,000 in debt from law school to having no money and starting my own law firm on my credit card to selling it 4 years later.
Sean and I, we co-created massive victories in 2 unwinnable jury trials, which are recognized nationally now as top 100 jury verdicts.
To be even on the same track with you, who I respect and admire and love with all my heart.
Never again submit. You're not better and you're not less than any human on earth.
When you shared with us about the unblinded process and the mastery sales training, I just went, wow.
Sean will gain proximity to the most influential and powerful people. He will find out how he can grow their business, how he can help them personally. But the third thing that he does is the most important. Sean serves without an expectation of getting anything in return.
You have very, very high-performing colleagues.
22 years ago, you transformed my life as you did all of these people's lives over the course of time. I couldn't be more grateful. Let's hear it from Tony Robbins.
I don't see him as a lawyer, and I don't see him as a blind person. Someone who has subjugated his ego, who has taught me what serving really looks like.
You have this incredible ability to just have unconditional love for everyone, and that is just an incredible gift.
The moment you have been waiting for.
The American Blind Association is the first new face and voice of that association since Helen Keller.
Formula for formulas, which is exactly what I've learned from Sean. It's a language-based predictable model. We will have over 300 new sales meetings this month.
This superpower in the world that is attainable for you is the ability to influence people. If you believe that, say yes. If you believe that, say yes. Do you think that worked? Well, Rita, I do think that worked. We have an extraordinary day coming up for all of you as we explore the superpower. In fact, the only human attainable superpower, that of individual and group influence. Warm welcome to the Heart of Influence, because that gives us access to the greatest force on the planet, compound influence. So, Bella Rita, from that place, who is here, please?
Sean, we definitely have some growth-driven, heart-centered individuals here for Dawn and Frank's Heart of Influence. And
two growth-driven, heart-centered people, to be sure. Dawn and Frank, growth-driven, heart-centered. We call them GHICs around here. Folks, Bella Rita, please.
Let's do it. First, from Norman, Oklahoma, 12 years as a U.S. Air Force captain turned clinical counselor. Thank you for your service. Combining military precision with compassionate care for those navigating addiction, trauma, and life transitions. Founder and executive director of purpose-driven nonprofit empowering veterans to thrive beyond service, licensed mental health professional and educator, blending the field-tested wisdom, academic insight to champion healing, growth, and lifelong learning. Let's welcome to the show, Gail Wilcox.
Gail, warm welcome to Dawn and Frank's Heart of Influence on this Trajectory Tuesday, Gail. And Plato, the Greek philosopher Gail, a dear friend of ours, said, play a game with me for an hour and we will learn more about each other than if we speak for a year. And Gail, we kicked this game off, as you may have heard, with a fun fact. It's a headline, not a story, because Bella Rita has her gong like Chuck Barris, if we get into something beyond the headline. And it could be an adventurous moment, a proud moment, a surprising moment, a heart-centered moment, anything that in a headline, Gail, would make us say, Gail, no way. So, Gail, please, what is your headline fun fact?
When I was in the Air Force and pregnant with my youngest, I was part of a court-martial board that ended up meeting at my house because I got put on quarters.
They met at your house?
Yes.
Whoa. That is like a whoa, Gail, no way. I have like thousands of questions, but Gail, thank you for this. We'll get into it. Thank you for being here. Thank you for your service to our nation and the heroism of having a baby. while serving our nation in those beautiful ways. Thank you for that. By the way, Bella's dad is a three-time combat tour veteran, 2 tours in Vietnam, 1 tour in Desert Storm. So we take our gratitude for serving our nation very seriously here. Thank you, Gail. Bella Rita, please.
Thank you, Gail. Next up from Redmond, Washington, former director of IT at a nonprofit healthcare organization where he led strategic tech initiatives that boosted efficiency and impact. Author of a business leadership book series focused on clarity, sustainable growth, and strategies for modern organizations, combined financial acumen with data-driven innovation to lead high-performing teams and drive resilience, result-focused operations. Let's welcome to the show, David Kidd. David, maybe we lost Sean, but David, what is your fun fact?
Well, this one's a tough, just as you said in my introduction, I've recently decided to become an author when I got truly sick and fed up with the poor leadership that too many people have to endure while working for other corporations. And so I've decided to become an author and
David,
help make a change.
You're transforming the world with your authorship. Not easy to write a book for sure. Congratulations on becoming an author. And are you ready to have some fun today?
Oh yes.
All right. Next up, rolling with David and being a new author, we have from Trula, California, Design Resilient Financial Framework. With over a decade of experience, she leverages smart money with a special focus on empowering women and their families, merges data-driven advice with clear, compassionate communication so clients feel confident and in control, never overwhelmed, leads high-impact transitions, and expertly guides business owners through succession and exit readiness planning, creating strategies to preserve generational impact. Let's welcome to the show, Anna Felix.
Anna, warm welcome to Frank and Dawn's Heart of Influence as I'm working on my tech dynamics. Anna, warm welcome, and please, what is your headline fun fact?
Thank you so much. I enjoy helping empower women to be strong and confident in their finances. And that comes from having become a widow over 14 years ago and not feeling empowered. And now it's my life mission to make sure that other women don't experience what I did.
Anna, that is a absolutely beautiful mission. I can hear the depths of it and how important it is to you and your heart and soul. And what an incredible fun fact. Thank you so much. And are you ready to have some fun?
Absolutely.
All right, let's do it. Rolling with Anna from Wichita, Canada. Master Neuro-Linguistic Programming Practitioner and CEO of Integrating Emotional Wellness Expertise with Advanced Virtual Reality Technology to Disrupt How We Address Emotional Overload. Creator of VR-based platform designed to retrain the brain's response to unresolved emotion through bottom-up processing. Founder of therapeutic mission-driven companies serving high-pressure population with immersive tools for emotional habit change. Let's welcome to the show, Crystal Chambers. Crystal, welcome.
Crystal, warm welcome. You got me, Belle?
I gotcha.
All right, Crystal, warm welcome to Heart of Influence. Anna, I was deeply moved by your fun fact as well. Crystal, please, your headline fun fact.
So I am a neurodivergent high achiever. I became a mom at 17, grandma of 5, almost 6. Was able to master performance, but never learned emotional regulation. So as a non-techie tech founder, I built a company to solve the problem no one else could explain.
Wow. Crystal, mic drop. Hear the certainty in it. Yep. Curiosity fully present. Warm welcome to Frank and Dawn's Heart of Influence. Bella Rita. Who's joining Crystal?
Joining Crystal from Palm Bay, Florida, U.S. Army veteran. Thank you for your service. Business strategist and certified AI integrator, helping veterans and mission-driven leaders align innovation and purpose into high-impact ventures. Host of the Strategic Veteran Podcast, where bold conversations explore leadership beyond uniform, blending mindset, mission, and entrepreneurship. Facilitator of trauma-informed plant medicine retreats and men emotional mastery work, creating safe neurosystem recalibration and post-trauma growth. Let's welcome to the show, Adam Peters.
Adam, thank you for your service to our nation. And please, Adam, your headline fun fact.
Yeah, I uniquely disqualified myself from corporate America to take back control of my time, and I've created more opportunity for myself than I could have ever imagined.
Yes, I'm hearing the unique disqualification, Bella. I have 5 questions. I love it, Adam. Warm welcome. Bell, read it. We got some G Hicks here.
We definitely have some G Hicks here. And Roland from Hawaii leads a national movement guiding veterans through complexities of benefits, compensation, and civilian life with care and measurable outcomes. Turns red tape into real progress by equipping military families with high-impact advocacy that both strategic and deeply personal. Combines lived experience with operational precision to champion the transition from service to civilian life, fueling community, regeneration, and entrepreneurial success. Let's welcome to the show, Wayne Murray.
So, when you say Wayne?
Wayne.
Yeah, Wayne, awesome. As I thought, Wayne, warm welcome to Frank and Dawn's Heart of Influence. Thank you for your service. And please, Wayne, your headline fun fact.
My headline fun fact is I am currently in my transition process from the military, navigating the VA process, and my goal is to help veterans navigate that transition into the entrepreneurial world to grow as just a person in general.
Let's go, Wayne. It is needed. It is clear, present to it. Thank you for what you're doing for folks that have served our nation so beautifully. Warm welcome to Frank and Dawn's Heart of Influence. Bella, Verita, who's here to join Wayne?
Joining Wayne, also from Hawaii, architect of scalable financial systems and strategic insights with a proven track record of guiding entrepreneurs from stagnation to sustainable growth, uncovers actionable value within financial data, whether identifying $98,000 in tax overpayments or revealing untapped profit centers. Driven by guiding principle, tell me what your goals are so I can help you get there, because your finances should be a pathway, not a puzzle. Welcome to the show, Kevin Jackson.
Well, thank you for Heart of Influence on this Trajectory Tuesday. And please, Kevin, what is your headline fun fact?
Fun fact here would be the volcano's going off again, and it's cool. It's a great show.
That is outstanding. I hope you're not like Joe and you're not jumping into it, Kevin, are you?
No. It's up in the crater, so everybody's safe, but it's a fantastic show.
That's awesome. Well, thank you for sharing the magic and for being here today. Bella, we got volcanoes going off. Come on now.
We got volcanoes going off. That's what happens when I'm around.
Sure.
Last but not least, the man that put this all together, Export PA, leads innovation in adaptive housing and estate planning, integrating ADA compliance with forward-facing architectural design and smart tech. Trusted advisor on aging in place, injury recovery spaces, and universal design standards across real estate, legal, healthcare systems, empowering families, professionals, and institutions to future-proof. Let's welcome to the show, Frank Yeager.
Come on, Frank.
Woo, woo, woo.
Thank you for being the growth-driven, heart-centered, integrous human committed to mastery, for doing the very challenging assembling human beings as you've done today. Please, and Frank, what's your headline fun fact?
My headline fun fact is that I am next week getting ready to take 10 young boys to summer camp for the year, and getting ready for all the chaos that brings.
Well, I will appreciate that. Bella, that reminds me of Cooperstown fun fact for me. So thank you for that, Frank. And shall we do the thing, sir?
Absolutely.
Bella Rita.
Let me introduce my co-host.
Oh, well, you know what? Let me
And
introduce my
Tony Robbins said,
Try to introduce
there's
my
no
co-host.
one who leads with more heart and more integrity than Sean Callagy. He beats world champions like Becky at body surfing competitions. He's only one of two attorneys to win two top 100 national jury verdicts between 2014 and 2016, and the only one that's blind out of 1.2 million attorneys. In fact, the state of New Jersey actually named him one of New Jersey's most influential attorneys. He has spoken on stages such as Disney, T-Mobile, Salesforce, Tony Robbins 18 times. And when he's not busy flying around speaking on stages, he is an incredible philanthropist that raised nearly $10 million for charities in the 2 years. Let's welcome the one, the only, the newest haircutting, Sean Callagy. You're looking quite handsome there, Sean Callagy, with your ears lowered.
Yes, the maniacal Belverita giggle. Sure. So I'm going to go with this, my headline fun fact. I'm a blind man that has taught sighted people to ski, surf, and scuba dive in the most extreme of conditions, including this highly energized one. But what's even crazier than that, is this simple reality. That in the great year of 2012, I did something far more difficult than surfing hurricanes, scuba dive with sharks, and ski double black diamonds blind. I took 12 young men to Cooperstown and lived in what was about the equivalent of army barracks for 5 days, playing baseball games at 3 o'clock in the morning if there were rainouts. But that wasn't the difficult part. It was the no one other than the crazy and amazing Bernard Williams that put Cheetos into a fan. And you've never experienced Cheetos going into a fan at midnight and blowing across everything in the room, then you have never experienced the intensity of rage and aggravation. So that is my headline fun fact for today, Belvrita. I
It's like
survived.
something fun to do with the kids this weekend.
Yes, I survived the Cheetos blowing across everything I owned that was in Cooperstown with all of us. Yes. So that is my headline fun fact. And Belvrita, shall we do the things?
We shall do the thing, Sean Callagy.
Okay. So Bella, who's going first?
Shall we introduce your co-host?
Oh yeah, I forgot about you.
Obviously.
This woman started selling crafts on her front lawn as an 8-year-old. She progressed to being a 7-figure business generator as a teenager in network marketing. Come on now. The age of 24, 25, 26 years old, this woman, like Michael Jordan, was three-peating, except not in hoops, but instead in a male-dominated industry called business brokerage. She was Nevada's #1 business broker at 24, 25, 26 years old. She was the first woman ever to do it, youngest person, male or female, take that, dudes, ever to do it. She's like, I know a thing or two. So she started training the big boys and big girls, Fortune 500 companies and entrepreneurs in the space of, I don't know, all things acceleration. In fact, in 2019, this extraordinary redheaded crazy woman this side of Lucille Ball was doubling the sales of every team she worked with in 2019. She's a skier, surfer, scuba diver, adventurer. Maybe she learned it from a blind man. She seems to like me today, so I think it was me, not YouTube today. Tomorrow, maybe YouTube. We'll see how I do. She also raised $10 million plus with the Unblinded team as a philanthropist. And in 2023, this two-time, about to be three-time published author, publicly battled and defeated cancer. Let's welcome to Frank and Dawn's Heart of Influence, the woman that put the heart in it. The one, the only, in her 1700th plus episode, The Heart of Influence, Bella Burrito! Oh. Bella Rita was nothing short of exhausting. Please, Bella Verita, your fun fact.
My fun fact is I did, in fact, learn how to surf, ski, and scuba dive from a blind man. And just yesterday, in the very ocean that he taught me to surf in, I went surfing all by myself and I caught 3 waves. And did it all without my surf caddy, which is not nearly as fun when I got to carry my own surfboard out to the surf. So I can't wait till he gets here tomorrow. But that is my fun fact.
Amen. Cannot wait also. And with July 4th coming up, and present to the incredible courage and bravery of the American revolutionaries, I am quite clear that it is more dangerous for me what goes on starting tomorrow through Saturday than what the American revolutionaries faced. And I am ready with the red, white, and blue Bell of Rita. So let's do it.
Let's go, Sean Callaghy. How about a little bit easier than the time that you're gonna have? We're gonna have on the Heart of Influence, and how about we kick it off with David Kidd?
All right, David, here's what we're doing. Had a little bit of fun, but that American Revolution, the beginning of Facebook, the creation of Microsoft and Bill Gates, IBM, and the dude in the garage, Martin Luther King, and the presence of equal rights and justice for all that continues, Oprah Winfrey facing all the things she faced to become 25,000 times more wealthy than the average American household. What's the common denominator? Disney, the NFL, all of it. Oh, the ability to cause yes. And of course, knowing which yeses to cause. So we're not talking pitching, hooking, closing, though. We're talking what does it look like when heart-centered, growth-driven people come together and an integrous yes should actually happen. So Bella's going to be anybody you want her to be. She could be an ideal client, an ideal ecosystem or strategic partner. She could be, heck, somebody famous like an Oprah Winfrey, a Warren Buffett, a Bill Gates, anybody that you'd want to be going from hello to yes with. Doesn't have to be a final sale. It also doesn't have to be a yes immediately. It could simply be a yes to a longer conversation. So please, who would you like Bella Frida to be that you're going from hello to yes with?
How about an HR benefits leader that would be willing to consider using my outdoor wellness company to help people live happier, healthier lives by surfing, scuba diving, skiing.
Whoa, let's
all
go,
paid
Bella.
by, all led by veterans and experienced outdoorsmen
All
like
right, so
myself.
yep, all Bella's gonna know is that that's who she is. This is a beautiful 3-minute call. Bella Frida, take us in as the head of HR.
Hello, this is Bella.
Hi, Bella. My name's Dave, and I appreciate your time. I wanted to share with you a wellness company that I have founded that provides access and curated experiences for your employees to live happier, healthier lives, to improve their physical and mental health, and enjoy the outdoors with their families as a company paid wellness benefit or possibly a company retreat.
Yeah, I mean, it definitely, we are looking for some different things that we can do this year, adding them into the budget. And so why don't you tell me a little bit about, what it is that you're thinking? What have you done with other companies? I'd be super curious, to hear a little bit about that. I have a couple minutes, so what can you share with us?
Well, and I appreciate that time. We are a new startup, and so we do have some interest, but we are leading and in partnership with some other outdoorsmen. We are leading team building efforts for executive retreats, as well as other team building and family outings in a variety of outdoor settings, depending on the time of year, enjoying those activities that create wonderful memories and help build camaraderie.
Now, so what do you do when you have teammates that just don't like the outdoors, aren't interested in going outdoors, aren't interested in having anything to do with the outdoors? How do you go from hello to yes with those people to get them to participate?
Well, honestly, I've not met anybody that doesn't enjoy the outdoors and having a good time, because building that camaraderie in that team environment can be intoxicating but very rewarding, professionally as well as personally.
Yeah, but is this like, something that it would be like outdoors and like there would be camping and you'd have to like stay outside and maybe there could or couldn't be showers involved? Is that what we're talking about here?
Well, how about stand-up paddleboarding? How about kayaking through the Puget Sound Islands, or perhaps scuba diving?
That sounds very interesting. I'm interested in having a longer conversation, seeing what it looks like, and we can go from there.
Well, I very much appreciate your time, and I will share my contact information with you, and we'll set up another meeting.
Sounds good. Stand-up paddleboarding, Sean, that's something we haven't done yet. I'm going to put that on the list.
Yes, I am sure there's many, many things to go on the list. David, thanks for that great job. We'll get to the feedbackers in a moment. Belvrita, please.
Next up, we've got Gail.
Gail, who do you want Belvrita to be that you're going from ODS with, Gail?
I've got some shady video and audio connections, so I hope you guys can hear me.
Yeah.
But
yeah, so Gail, who would you like
a potential donor for my not-for-profit.
All right, Bella's got some cash burning in them pockets, Gail. Come on, B.
Hello, this is Bella.
Hi, Bella. My name is Gail Wilcox. I'm with Envision Success for Veterans. We help veterans that should transition from active duty military to civilian world, whether they got out days or decades later. And so one of the things I really am looking to doing is getting a transitional home type situation where we can bring veterans together that are homeless in our community and help them with wraparound services so that they can bring their life to a better place, that they can find their own path to success.
That is beautiful. I think the work that you're doing is absolutely incredible. And so, tell me kind of what does that look like? What is it that you're looking for me for?
Well, one of the places that I'm really looking at is there is a bed and breakfast here in Norman that is up for sale. And it has 10 bedrooms. And it has a really cool yard and with places to grill and sit outside. And so what we want to do is use that facility as our location, but also as the place for veterans to come and be able to sleep in a warm bed, get off the streets, and learn how to stay off the streets.
Good. And so that sounds absolutely amazing. And so how can I support this mission? What is it specifically you're looking from me for?
Well, we're looking to raise about $2 million so that we can purchase the B&B and also get all the property taxes and that sort of thing going. Once we have all of that, we'll be able to have veterans stay there, and the VA has a program to be able to pay for their stay, and we'll be able to provide them quite a few services. And part of it is getting them connected with their disability benefits if that's what they qualify for.
Yeah, that sounds amazing. Would love to have a little bit longer of a conversation, see how we might be able to make it work financially and see what we can do for you.
Awesome. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Gail, wonderful work. Gail, David, let's get the feedbackers in one word, Belvrita. Come on.
Let's get to the feedbackers, otherwise known as judges. Judges, this is the time in the show that we get to give back in the form of feedback. So it's going to be 30 seconds of feedback for either Gail or David, something that they did great, something they could do to improve, and then what is one word of how they left you feeling. So 30 seconds, something they did great, something they could do to improve, and one word and how they left you feeling. And let's kick it off with Kevin. And Kevin, how about your 30 seconds of feedback for Gail, please? Oh, just unmute for us, Kevin.
I'm aware of what Gail's trying to build in Oklahoma, and I think it's fantastic. I think she needs to lean into it with a little more confidence, but other than that, I thought she did great.
Awesome. And what will be one word, Kevin, for how what Gail shared, how it made you feel?
Supportive, like that needs to happen.
Cool. Awesome. Thank you, Kevin. Bella.
Great job, Kevin. Let's go, Adam. Adam, how about your 30 seconds of feedback for David, please? Nope. Just unmute for us, Adam.
I'd say, David, be again more confident and kind of know your metrics. Be ready for all of those questions. I think that what you're doing is incredibly great because it's centered around veterans, which is what I do for my whole life. So really appreciate what you're doing for veterans out there, particularly getting them outdoors because it's such a crucial piece of healing.
Awesome. Well, thank you to Adam. And how did David make you feel, Kevin? One word.
Proud.
Awesome. Thank you for that. Bella.
Let's go. Anna. Anna, how about your 30 seconds of feedback for Gail, please?
So I think I'll start with the one word. It made me feel so warm, the work that you're doing, Gail. Did a great job. My piece of feedback would be to really elaborate at the beginning about this location and what it's going to look like and what it's going to allow you to do to just generate enthusiasm for what that could be.
Beautiful. And one word of what Gail made you feel.
Warm.
Warm. We got some beautiful heart-centered people here, Bella Rita. Come on.
We do. We got warm. Let's go, Wayne. Wayne, how about your 30 seconds of feedback for David, please?
Okay, my feedback would be, man, when I hear veterans, as being a veteran myself, I'm like, man, we're gonna do some cool stuff and do some camping and do all these fun activities, and then I'm going to be on a cool guy level. So that made me feel energetic, and I felt like I was ready to go right now. So that was great. And also the way he had built out his information to give it to you or present it to you, that I would think the flow was clear up the flow a little bit, and then it would have been great. Yeah, I would have loved it.
Awesome. And one word, please. How made you feel, Wayne?
Oh, excited.
Awesome. Rita.
Great job, Wayne. Let's go, Crystal. Crystal, how about your 30 seconds of feedback for Gail, please?
I love what Gail is doing on so many fronts, and what I think what your transparency about truly what you're doing and the vulnerability that comes behind your words and the explanation of what you're doing and why, I think is a very powerful point. I'm going to mirror, I can't remember who spoke first, but I'm going to mirror his point on confidence. Just more so, even if you're nervous about talking to them, the confidence that you have in what you're doing will come through. And my one word would probably be community and support, I guess. Sorry, Bella, I always have a two, I guess.
No, you're allowed to have two. Bella Reed, Crystal's got two. Community and support. Let's go.
Crystal's got two. That takes us to Mr. Frank Yeager. And how about your 30 seconds of feedback for David, please?
I think I'm going to pretty much be reiterating and parroting what's been said thus far. I mean, it's about having your, you got across the excitement. I loved how you leaned into when Bella said about the problems with people that may not like the outdoors, how you address that point. It's what you're doing is definitely going to be valuable to people. And I mean, being an outdoors kind of person with Boy Scouts and all that, I think it's an amazing thing.
Beautiful. And one word of how you felt, Frank.
Oh, it makes me proud. I mean, I'm just proud of everybody that's of what Gail's doing and what David's doing. It's just incredible.
Awesome. Thank you for that, Frank. Bella Rita, with that said, you get to turn the tables on me now. Just be nice to me, please.
I will be as nice as possible. But Frank, it's really up to Frank, because Frank, as you know, this is the time in the show that I get to put Sean on the hot seat in a scenario that he has no idea about. because I've been cooking them up as the show has been going on. Ultimately, Frank, you get to choose what scenario Sean goes from hello to yes on. It can be either one of these scenarios. You can combine the scenarios, or you can scratch them all together and come up with something much, much harder on your own. Are you ready to hear what I have for today?
Lay it on me.
All right. Option number one is Sean could play the late and great Paul Revere, going from hello to yes with a skeptical townsperson that wants nothing to do with the ride. And Sean's going to play Paul Revere going from hello to yes with the skeptical townsperson. So that is option number one. Option number two is Sean could role play Gail, going from hello to yes with the bed and breakfast to get them to donate the bed and breakfast as a tax deduction free and clear, and help them find a property in another means and forms. So option number two is the donation of the bed and breakfast. And then option number three is Sean could role play David, going from hello to yes with the Louis Vuitton Monet Hennessy Corporation, not known for their rugged outdoor activities, going from hello to yes with their head of HR to get all of their sales reps who, are in their Louis Vuitton sipping their Monet, to get them out chopping wood, carrying water, and maybe getting up on a stand-up paddleboard. So those are the options that I have for you today, Frank. Any of those tickle your fancy?
You definitely didn't make it easy as usual, Bella. I mean, having witnessed Sean convincing the devil to be holy, I have a lot of faith in his capabilities. Let's go with I know it's very important to Gail to get that bed and breakfast, and I would very much love to hear Sean convince the city to give that to her free and clear.
All right. So who should play the city councilman or the person that he would seek the yes from?
Let's go with Kevin.
Kevin, are you up for playing the councilman that Sean is going to convince to give, going to play the role of Gail, convincing you to give her the bed and breakfast?
Sure.
All right.
All right, Gail, real quick. So right before we go, so thank you for that, Kevin. Gail, just give me a headline on why from your heart this bed and breakfast should be turned over to you. And like in one sentence, what from your heart, your soul will be the positive outcome? Gail.
You're muted.
Gail, that's for you, Gail. If you want to unmute, Gail. The muting. Looking for the unmute button.
Can be very elusive.
There.
All right. It would be, I mean, I'm getting goosebumps just thinking about this and being able to do that, have the B&B and not have to have a debt attached to it. There's so many veterans that have come through our doors that really need help, and all of them have been sent to Oklahoma. I mean, sorry, to Oklahoma City instead of staying in the community where they are.
And what's the name of the city where the bed and breakfast is? Gail? Bella?
Oh, no.
Gail, we can hear you.
We have you, Gail. What's the name of the city where the bed and breakfast is, Gail?
Let's just go Norman, Oklahoma, Sean. I believe that's what it was.
Got it. Okay.
Yeah.
So, and we'll call it Mr. Jones, Kevin, you'll be. So, hello, is Mr. Jones available?
Yeah. How can I help you?
Hey, Mr. Jones, this is Gail. We had a 3-minute conversation scheduled for today. Is it still a good time for you?
Sure.
Yeah. Listen, really grateful you took the 3 minutes. If I could ask you, I know this is a bit of an unconventional proposal. What even had you, Mr. Jones, accept this conversation in the first place?
You said you were looking to do something about veterans?
Yes. And you do, it was in my proposal. Did you have a chance to review it about the parcel and the approach? And I was wondering if there was something in particular that you wanted me to speak into, because I just don't want to start regurgitating. I'm not here to pitch you. I just, if something grabs you, I'd love to speak into it. But what was there for you, please?
I'm curious to how you think you would keep it operational.
Sure. Awesome. Thank you for that. And what's the interest in Norman supporting veterans? Like what comes up for you around that?
Well, generally speaking, you don't want homeless veterans in Norman. You don't want to have to pawn them off on Oklahoma City. We want to be able to take care of them here.
Awesome. Well, thank you for that. So from that place of supporting veterans in the community, can I share a couple of things that may or may not resonate with you, Mr. Jones?
Sure.
Yeah. So as we approach July 4th and we consider the promise of this great nation, and it wasn't that it would be easy, but it was that it would be free. And it was also give us you're poor, you're tired, you're hungry, and we're going to make some powerful, magical things happen. And the promise that people, for people stepping into the United States military, is that if you provide your heart, your soul, the possibility in your life to this country, it will have your back too. And that promise is complicated. There's no question about it, Mr. Jones. And in certain ways, the United States has done so much for its veterans. And in certain ways, as Bruce Springsteen would speak about in Born in the USA, it hasn't quite worked out that way. And my perspective, Miguel, is there's ways that we could make a profound difference for these veterans. And I'm not saying that at the end of the day that we're going to solve every problem for all veterans by having this bed and breakfast turned over to me and to these veterans and to my nonprofit. But what I am telling you is this could be a revolutionary project, Mr. Jones, to change things across America. And what my life has been about is studying how to make a difference, how to cause veterans that are homeless, those that are mentally ill and challenged, but also those that simply need a place, a respite, a foundation and grounding to begin their life anew. And so what I've created is a 15-minute presentation that will answer every question you could see of Mr. Jones. How I believe that we will beat every percentage, every statistic mathematically. So not just in some beautiful aspirational vision, we certainly have one of those, but we also have the math, the facts, the science behind how people can get a new and fresh start. And to answer your question very directly, how would I keep these doors open? Because I've lined up human beings that are the most successful in fundraising to get behind me. And I already have a $250,000 pledge from someone, if you will turn this over, that'll keep us operational for the first 18 months. And they've also committed, that's Sean Callaghan of Blinded, to keep us moving forward in a model of sustainable giving. So I have the promise of keeping the doors open in the immediate short run with $250,000 put up already, with a promise of helping to raise another $750,000 that would keep us operational for at least the first 4 years, but also had to do profoundly more as a beta test project. So here's what would happen if you say yes to me, just having a longer conversation. Obviously, I've not given you enough facts and information to say yes to it all, but for a 15-minute presentation that will keep these veterans at home in Norman, 1, 2, give them the highest mathematical possibility of getting back out there into the workforce. And third, to determine whether people really have challenges of mental illness that have gone undetected that need other support and resources beyond what we be providing this bed and breakfast. And fourth, how it could be a model for transformation of the veteran homeless across America, and Norman could be the flagship for it, little old Norman. So, Mr. Jones, if any of that resonates with your heart, your mind, your soul, all I'm simply proposing is a 15-minute follow-up conversation, presentation, 15-minute Q&A, and I really think we have something powerful here that'll knock your socks off. So, Mr. Jones, all I'm asking for is 30 minutes for the possibility of saving the lives and futures of veterans, not only here in Norman, but even potentially across America. So, Mr. Jones, how would it resonate with you or not to have a 30-minute follow-up conversation, please, sir?
Well, I'm not sure what kind of heartless bastard I'd have to be to say no to that. So yes.
Pretty awful one, Mr. Jones. So thank you for that. No, all kidding aside, hey, July 4th, independence, freedom. It's the right time to say yes. Then I really thank you and for your humor as well. And shall I set that up, Mr. Jones, with your assistant, Frank, who set up this meeting?
Yes, please.
Yeah. Thank you, Mr. Jones. God bless. And I look forward to talking to you.
Thank you.
Okay. And a roll. We'll come back, Kevin, in a moment. But Gail, how did I do as you having conversations with Mr. Jones about this bed and breakfast? Please, Gail, how did I do as you?
She's finding that unmute button again. There she goes.
Yes. So I honestly didn't hear part of what you said, but the part I did hear was awesome. And you basically nailed it. I would love this to be a model. I don't see how we can put 9,000 people in one building in California and provide them the services that they need. But if we can do it in a home situation, a home setting, yes, absolutely. So you nailed it.
Thank you, Gail. And thank you for being here today. Thank you for inspiring with your heart and your mission. Thank you, Gail. And Kevin, thanks for jumping in as Mr. Jones. Thanks for the feedback you gave from that feedbacker seat for sure. And please, Kevin, how'd I do as Gail? And how was your time today, Kevin, overall on Frank and Dawn's Heart of Influence?
No, that was fantastic. And since I'm actively supporting Gail, I took that very much to heart and paid attention to the details because that's a great presentation.
Well, thank you, sir. And you have it here. The transcript will be provided. The entire video will be provided as well. And thank you, sir, for everything you're doing for veterans, for sure. Let's go, Adam. Appreciate you in the feedbacker seat today. And I think your one word was warm, I think. Thank you for all that you did. And how was your time today, Adam, on Frank and Dawn's Heart of Influence?
Adam? Oh, I think we lost Adam, Sean.
Okay. So from that beautiful place, let's go with David. David, thanks for kicking us off in that participant seat. Never an easy place to be. Felt your heart. Wonderful work, David. And how was your time today on Frank and Dawn's Heart of Influence?
It was fabulous. Thank you.
Thank you. Great job.
Going back to that one word thing, fabulous.
Well, thank you. Appreciate that, David, for sure. Rita.
Let's go. I'm sorry, Sean, you did David and who?
We spoke to David, Kevin, Gail. Yes.
Okay, fantastic. Well, then how about we hear from Anna? Anna, thank you for being here. And how was your time with us on the Heart of Influence?
Well, thank you so much. I'm inspired. I just love this and the heart that's here and inspired to do more.
Thank you. Thank you for that. And warm welcome again, Bella.
Warm welcome, Anna. And then let's go. Crystal, thank you for being here. And how was your time with us on the Heart of Influence?
I'm gonna have to mirror Anna as well and just say it's really cool to hear all the heart-centered missions that are going on.
Awesome. Thank you for that. Thanks for being here today. Did a great job, Crystal.
And last but not least, we have Wayne.
How was your experience with us here today, Wayne?
Definitely amazing. I definitely felt the heart of the influence being put forth towards everyone. So it was great. Appreciate it.
Well, thank you. And Wayne, do you want to hear what actualized intelligence, our ACT-I agent Leia, has to share about our wonderful participants today? Would you like to hear that?
I would love to hear it.
Rita.
All right, let's do it. So first, Leia has on the hello to yes with David. You came in warm and earnest, a grounded presence with a mission to bring vitality, connection, and joy into the workplace. Your opening carried genuine care, and your tone conveyed heart. You mentioned of curated experience, a company paid benefits frame, tangible value early on, creating a solid entry. That said, when Bella raised the resistance with humor and skepticism, the reply stayed a touch too anchored in an assumption. I've not met everyone and risked bypassing her frame instead of validating it. A playful pivot could have shifted the state and created rapport magic. Think, the great indoorsy soul. Let me tell you how we win them over. Now let's paddleboard onward to the next dazzling dialogue. Score 108 out of 130.
Excellent job. And Bella?
And for Gail, you came in with heart blazing and purpose vivid. Your mission leapt off the tongue with gravity of service and light of hope. Your vision for veterans is felt grounded and sacred, and the phrase find their own paths to success echoed both as a call and a promise. This was a heroic, unique identity moment wrapped in service. To elevate, consider sharpening your early ask with more specificity. The story, the emotional gravity were strong but structured, wandered like a soldier without a formation. A touch more clarity in the first 30 seconds would give you vision and the marching band it deserves. Now, onward, boots polished, banners high. Let's welcome our next mission-driven marvel, 116 out of 130.
Woof. Gail, awesome job. Kevin as well. Frank, you heard from Leia, you heard from everybody. And please, brother, you put this together, you brought these people forward. Frank, your final, sir.
I couldn't be prouder to be associated with every single one of these people. They are utterly incredible, and I look forward to having many more conversations and many more interactions with all of them.
Well, let's go, brother. Thank you for that. Frank, woof. Belvrita, your final on today.
My final is, first of all, it is not easy to bring a bunch of people together for a show like this. It takes a lot of energy and effort. So I want to honor Frank for all of the effort that he put in and the intentionality that he took to bring you all here today. Incredible job, Frank. And he did this so you all could meet each other. So definitely don't miss the opportunity to connect further. And we offer a business acceleration session to help advance those relationships and take your feedback from here a little bit further. So definitely don't skip out on that business acceleration session either. And Sean, back to you.
Yeah. And in that business acceleration session, and first of all, you receive our group influence book, but in that business, you call it a mission acceleration session, you're going to have access to our actualized intelligence. It will rock your world and blow your mind. What you just saw from Leigh and feedback is not one kernel of popcorn in all the popcorn in the world, like for real. It is mind numbing what we've built and created. You just want to have that session, just experience that. So from that place, though, we hope to see you again. And if not, we wish you all the greatest in the world. And end with this. I may be physically blind, which I am, but I'm absolutely certain as to the possibilities for acceleration for all of us. I mean, that's why we're here, right? We want to accelerate. They all sit right in front of our eyes. But while I may be blind, with it sitting right here, Bella, I think we could all use a bit of unblinding, because with these possibilities for acceleration sitting right here, at some level, Bella, we are all blind
and just learning to see. Have a great day, everyone.
Great job, Frank. It was an honor, everybody. Happy 4th of July. God bless.